Hey there, it's Mark with Mark's Astro Journey. I have an exciting project I'm going to work on, and I want to invite you to come along and enjoy it with me. I'm going to build a second floor observatory with a roll-off roof, and it's part of a bigger project because I also have a large camper, and I'm building a larger pole barn to store that camper. And really on the single story on my property, an observatory wouldn't really work very well because there's a lot of trees around all sides. So I'm looking forward to making a huge transition from tearing down and setting up my equipment every time I do an imaging session. And if you've done that yourself for a long time, you understand the reasons why. And this should be an interesting project. I want to show you the plans. Let's go ahead and jump right in and take a look at the plans that I put together for this observatory. So here you can see the pole barn from the front with the two garage doors, and you see that on the top right, the observatory. And then this is the rear view, and you can see how, you can see the observatory on the left-hand side at the top, and then the structure to the right to support the roll-off roof. And here's the north side, and you can see it's kind of like looking at the observatory from the end where the roof would roll off towards you. And here's the opposite side, south side, where you see, the roof when it's in position covering the room. And then here's the first floor view, and this shows, I was kind of optional on the stairs where they ended up being, and it shows the pier in that room. And then here's the second floor showing, again, the opening for the pier and some allowance for a stairway to get up to the second floor. And then here are a few notes I gave them as reminders about the roll-off roof and the stopping blocks and the flue block pier or concrete block pier, as well as the grade. Now another twist to this is I used an Amish contractor previously to build a smaller pole barn, and I sent him the plans, and when I explained what I was wanting to do, this is not an ordinary project for them, and so I think it kind of threw him a little bit of a curve. He was thinking about it. We had several phone calls, and the question is my odd second floor observatory project going to break Amish? Are these guys going to pull their hair out trying to do what I'm asking them to do? Or how's that going to turn out? So it'll be interesting to see as we go along how it progresses and how we work through this, the roll-off roof. As I explained that to him, he seemed a little confused by that. And I tried to describe it, and I think sending him pictures is really going to make a difference and help him understand it better. So let's get started with them staking off and getting ready to build and see how the project progresses. So I had actually marked this site. You can see those stakes on the corners, but obviously I didn't make it square and get it perfectly aligned with the front of the other pole barn. And they're going to do all that as they're marking it off. It seems like it never fails when you're digging with construction. It always rains. I wasn't that familiar with these wet set brackets, but it's a really cool thing. Instead of putting the post down in the ground, they put this bracket. It's a metal bracket that goes down in the concrete, and then the post is secured to that metal bracket with screws. This guy was good, but I think I was about as nervous as a cat in a room full of rocking chairs because he was taking this stuff by my camper and by the end of the house and by the air conditioning unit, and he didn't really have space to drive it through there. He was not happy. He was the delivery guy, and he felt like the builder should have been here to unload it. But anyways, he went ahead and did it. He used their skid loader, and he did a great job. Never imagined they'd park their truck here when I set up my video camera. After I reposition the camera, you start to see a little bit better the second floor observatory starting to take shape as they build the structure of it. Well, when these guys first showed up to start building, I had showed them the inverted V-track and the wheels with the V-groove in them. And the main guy, he looked at it and he held the wheel up on the V-track and kind of turned his head a little strange and scratched his head, I think, just thinking about it still. But we'll see how that turns out. They set all that hardware aside for now because they're not at that stage where they can start using that or installing it. But anyways, I'm really excited to see the progress so far in this build that's going on with my pole barn and second floor observatory. I hope you're enjoying watching it as well, and encourage you to stay tuned for part 2. Subscribe to my channel and give any comments you'd like to share about your observatory experience if you have one, because I'm sure other people would like to hear different people's experiences as they're watching this video. Wishing you clear skies.